Hey, what up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Today's time for the weekly reset video. Time to check out all these vendors, see what they got, let you know what I think you should grab. Not gonna go. It's not gonna be a very long video. Just gonna be one of those really quick ones. Just gonna find out what we want to get, or what I should say you should get. But let's get right into it. Starting out at DC, we'll work around to the vendors, and the DC vendors, and then New York and see what they got. But it's gonna start right out here at the White House. Nothing crazy. Um, but yeah, nothing too terrible. Profit, if you want to get a profit, just get rid of that optimal range. Get to targeted cover would be a nice one to have, or to have it for your proficiency as well as this invisible hand. Other than that, nothing too crazy here. Pretty typical, but always gotta check them. Gotta see what they got. Never know. As for the countdown vendor, the Carnage, the Point Man, Black Friday, this Point Man would be one definitely to grab. Whether you want to keep one with the critical hit chance, or if you want to roll that crit chance to Hazard Pro. Another piece that I have. I have it on a couple different builds. That with armor regen and already on it is super nice. And then that Carnage, I would only get it if you need it for expertise. Not really one worth having too much of. Not a personal fan of that weapon, but nothing too crazy there. But yeah, that Point Man definitely worth grabbing that Point Man for sure. That backpack it looks tempting, but it's not really going to help out with that talent. Precision Strike to be one to grab for that talent if you need it for your library. And then if you need that crit chance for your holsters for your library. Other than that, nothing too crazy looks like here. Weapon handling if you want it for your mask. Other than that, nothing too crazy here. And we will move on to the theater and we'll work our way around. Hope everybody's having a good day. Ready for a new week. Get some more stuff to do in this game. Potentially these knee pads. Depending on what you're kind of looking for. That max size. I would definitely get rid of the weapon handling and probably put crit chance on it if you'd want that piece. If you need some protection from elite mons before you can get any 12s, or if you're lucky enough to get some 13s, that 11% wouldn't be a terrible idea. And then we will jump over to the castle. We'll come back around and do the DZs after we are done over at the campus. But as for the castle, we'll run over here to the vendor real quick. Couple different ways you can get to this vendor. You can either travel in like I just did, or you can always go into this DZ zone, or the descent zone, and just run straight up those stairs, which are those stairs right here.
Facility detected. Combat simulation program active.
Reliable. That'd be one to get if you need it for expertise table. That Alp mask, if you need it, if you need a piece of Alps for that repair skill that it has for it, that would be one to get. I would change out that crit damage though for probably like a skill haste. Nothing too crazy there though. Nothing too crazy. Recapping so far, pretty much just the Point Man is the only piece that I would really definitely emphasize on grabbing. And then obviously those other ones that I've kind of hinted at, like that Alps piece that was just over at the castle. Delivers, only if you really need it for your expertise. Other than that, not really worth it. Kind of disappointed this week. Not a lot going on, but that's okay. Can't have a good one every week. As for the DZ West, we'll jump through the DZs real quick and then go to New York. As for DZ West, they have Death Grips. Death Grips is a nice one to have for expertise. Don't know if I would get these though. I'd probably try and find it out of a name cache. Not worth it to get that armor. You can get it out of a countdown for a glove a lot better. Would not waste any descent or dark zone points for anything in there. Once again, dark zone credits, they are different than in game. You can only get them from the dark zones. So just be aware of that. You can see how many you have by looking at that biohazard little symbol right there, and that tells you how many you got. As how I have over 999, I honestly don't know. I've just kind of been holding on to them. Haven't had anything really jump out at me that I've really needed to buy from it. Pinprick, definitely not worth getting it for 152 credits. That's just absurd to me. If you really desperately needed a Jessica holster, maybe. But you can find that out of Countdown pretty easily. Don't know if I would waste any points on those. DZ South.
I've got the best stuff in the city.
Potentially. So this Grupo chest, I would either change that explosive resistance off, 100% going off, for either a crit damage or potentially a skill damage, depending on if you want to do it for a hybrid. Not a terrible piece. Definitely a couple different options you could do with that, for sure. But other than that, that would be the only thing I'd get out of there. Now that we are done for the DC, we will jump over to New York. And we'll see what they have over here at Haven real quick. And then that'll be it for today's video. As for those that are still here, still watching, been kind of contemplating doing a Descent kind of walkthrough of how I do Descent. If that's something you'd be interested in, feel free to let me know in the comments. Just kind of getting a feel out there, see if anybody would kind of be interested in something like that. I know with the journeys going around, that is something that people have been struggling on that journey as one of the requirements to advance. So if that's something you'd be interested in, just let me know. I'd be happy to run through one and kind of give you kind of insights on what I do to get my completions through Nemesis and beyond. I do like to run through it. That's another way you can get a 11% if you needed to get one. Other than that, New York didn't have anything for me. But yeah, just let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. Otherwise, that's it for today's video. I appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate your time. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.